Now yesterday we did like bases. But is that possible here? 2 and a 3, there's nothing I can change, make it powers. Actually, a lot of problems won't work out that way, right? So what I'm going to do is a step-by-step process. The good news is once you get one problem down, they're all the same steps. So the first thing we're going to do, take the log or natural log of both sides. It does not matter which one. I tend to stick with natural log. For some reason, there's really no reason. You can choose either or. So that will give me, I'm going to take natural log, 2 to the 4x minus 1. Take the natural log of both sides. Does everyone follow that? Yes? But don't I have a rule that says I can bring down that power? Yes? But make sure you bring the whole thing down. 4x minus 1 times log or natural log of 2. Make sure you have parentheses because it's times natural log of 3. The reason we took the log of both sides is because we want that x out of the power so we can solve for it. You with me there? Okay. Step 2 is distribute. And I want to remind you that if something is inside a log, like the 2, you can't combine it with something that's not. So when I do 4x times natural log of 2, that's literally 4x natural log of 2. It's not natural log of 8x. You can't multiply something that's inside a log with something that's not. Minus natural log of 2, right? 1 times that. On the other side, I have natural log of 3 minus x natural log of 3. I'm distributing it to both ones. But they basically put it in front is what you're really doing. You with me on that step? Okay. Next thing. This is one a lot of people forget. Get everything with an x on one side, everything else on the other. You should be writing down these steps here. Everything with an x on one side, everything else on the other. By the way, this method of solving is used in many things. You should have done it last year, and I know Mr. Hughes said he covered it, where you did inverses, where you had to cross multiply and all the x on one side, everything like that. And in calculus, you do something called implicit differentiation, which is basically the same exact thing, same method of solving. Okay. So, try to keep your x's positive. For instance, I could take this term over, right? But that would give me negative and a negative, and yeah. Try to keep it as positive as possible. So I'm going to take this over to this side. Since this does not have an x, I'm going to take it over that side. So I have 4x natural log of 2 plus x natural log of 3. The other side I have natural log of 3 plus natural log of 2. I'm adding opposite to get to the other side. So we're good with that by now, right? Add op. So you see how everything on one side, this has an x. This side, nothing does. Everything with an x on one side, everything else on the other. You with me on that step? Okay. Next thing. Factor out an x. So if I take an x out, I'm left with 4 natural log of 2 plus natural log of 3. And that side's still the same. I took out an x. That's why I wanted them all on the same side. I'm almost done here. Next step. Clean up. Once you factor out that x, don't I have properties that say I can condense that and I can condense that? Yeah, we covered them last week. So first thing is power up. So that's natural log of, what's 2 to the 4th? 16. Now, if I'm adding, what does that mean I do? Multiply the inside. So what does that give me? 48 over here. Same over here. I'm adding, so that means I'm multiplying insides. That gives me 6. Now, they don't condense anymore. But let me bring you back to middle school, and you had 3x equals 5. what did you do to solve that? You divided both sides by 3, correct? Now I have something similar. I have x times this. So to get rid of that, divide. I'm dividing both sides by that natural log of 48. So they cancel over here. I'm left with x equals natural log of 6, natural log of 48. These do not reduce. They're in 2 different logs. Don't you dare try to reduce that. That's it. Voila. No, they go fast. Once you learn the process, they're like, okay. Once you learn the process. Yeah? And I could get a decimal. Go ahead and find me a decimal.